Hello everyone, Mr. L and Polly here again for another assembly. Say hello, Polly.
Hello.
And you might notice we're not in our garden today. We are in Polly's secret woods. It's top secret, isn't it? It's one of our favourite places to come, full of nature, full of trees and leaves and all kinds of bugs. And marshmallows, apparently. And we've come here because we're reading one of our favourite stories called On a Magical Do-Nothing Day, all about a girl.
Do-nothing day.
A do-nothing day, all about a girl who goes for an adventure in the woods, and she realises, she realises the importance of her family and the world around her at the end of the story. Come and sit here, Polly, and then we'll read the story. And we've got a really good song afterwards, haven't we?
Yes.
Yep. And well, here we go. So. Here we were again, me and Mum in the same cabin, in the same forest, the same rain, with Dad back in the city.
Marshmallow for you.
What about a break from your game, Mum growled. Is this going to be another day of doing nothing? She was right. There was nothing I wanted to do except destroy Martians, and she took the game out of my hands and hid it as usual. And I found it as usual and went outside, where it felt like everything in our garden was hiding from the rain. I held my game tightly. Maybe it would protect me from this boring, wet place. She doesn't like going outside much, does she? I walked down the hill.
That looks
And
like a good marshmallow.
It does.
It's on the fire.
At the bottom of our path, I saw some flat rocks in the pond, and the rocks were round like the heads of the Martians. I decided to jump on them and crush them. Look at her jumping on all these Martians. Oh, hang on, something falling out of her hand there. What do you think it is? Oh no! What did I do? My game fell in the pond. This could not be happening to me. I stuck my hand into the water to grab it. It was icy cold, so I screamed. Without my game, I had nothing to do. The rain was so hard, it felt like rocks hitting me. I was a small tree caught in a hurricane. What's she going to do without her game? And just then, there were 4 lights, and 4 huge snails appeared. There's lots of snails. Is there anything to do around here?
There's one snail.
I asked them. Yes, indeed, they told me. I reached out and touched their antennae. They were as soft as jelly, and it made me smile. I followed them down the path, and soon I found dozens of mushrooms. The air was so damp, and I knew the smell from when I was small. My grandparents' basement, a cave full of treasures. I knew that there was something special close by, and that I was surrounded. It's like she's starting to enjoy the outdoors a bit. I bent down and dug my fingers into the mud. There were 1,000 seeds and pellets, kernels, grains, roots and berries touched my fingers and hands, an underground world full of treasures that I could feel. Much better than a game, I think. I looked up at the sky. Sunbeams fell through a giant sieve and blinded me. I thought I heard the beat of drums from far away, but it was just my heart. I think she's having a good day, isn't she? I felt filled with energy and began running fast. So fast that I fell down the hill.
What hill?
That hill. Look, tumbling over and over and over.
Just a hill.
And there at the bottom, everything was turned upside down. The whole world seemed brand new, as if it had just been created right in front of me. I climbed a tree and looked out as far as my eyes could see. I breathed in air until my lungs were bursting. I drank the raindrops like an animal would. I noticed bugs I'd never seen before. I talked to a bird. I made my biggest splash, and then I collected smooth stones as clear as glass and watched the world shining through them. Why hadn't I done all of those things before? Sounds a bit of a marshmallow.
It hasn't been toasted yet.
Oh, okay. Soaked to the bone, I ran inside the house and took off my coat and looked in the mirror. Oh, I thought I saw my dad smiling at me. My mother was still there, still writing, but now she looked different, like one of the creatures outside. Oh, you're soaked through. Let me dry you. She took a towel and we went into the kitchen. I felt like giving her a big hug. I wanted to tell her what I had seen, felt and tasted in the outside world. But I didn't. We just sat there in the kitchen, looked at each other and breathed in the delicious smell of our hot chocolate. That's it. That's all we did on this magical do-nothing day.
Can I have my chocolate now?
In a minute. So, that story, all about that girl. She had her electronic game and she thought that was all that she could have that would make her day fun, and she lost it and she thought, oh my goodness, I've got the outside world and nothing else to do. But she found out that in the outside world there's so much to look at, so much to see, so much to do and so much to enjoy. And at the end of it she realised how important her mum was to her. And I think at the moment, with the world not really as it should be, I think all of us need to sort of appreciate the world we've got around us and the people we've got at home and our grown-ups and our family and all of that sort of stuff, so we can enjoy each other's company a bit more. Don't you agree? Yeah. We love coming out into these woods, looking under logs and finding all sorts of things, and it's more fun than any screen that we could look at and play games on. We like screens and playing games, like phonics games and things like that, don't we? But being letter lilies, but being outside is the best thing of all, even when it's raining and miserable. In fact, that's more fun than when it's sunny, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. Right, time for our song. So, I've left my ukulele in the garden. Oh no. Tell you what, I don't think our magic will work getting the ukulele here. We might have to try our teleportation magic. Should we try that? Should we try that? I think we should. Right,
no.
Give us a minute. No, it'll be safe, don't worry. Let's go and do it. Let's go over here. Come on.
We are not actually going to go in the back garden.
We will try. We'll stand here and I'll count to 3 and we'll jump. Are you ready? Yeah? 1, 2, 3, jump! Oh, wow. Right. Ah, made it. We made it. Oh, come this way a bit. That's it. Right. Here we are in the garden with my ukulele, like we said. Are you ready for the song? Here we go. Ready? I never thought I'd miss you half as much as I do. And I never thought I'd feel this way, the way I feel about you. Soon as I wake up,
every night, every day,
I know that it's you I need to chase the blues away. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. How can it be that we can say so much without words? Bless you and bless me. Bless the bees and the birds. I need to be near you every night, every day. I couldn't be happy any the other way. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. No singing for this bit. Soon as I wake up, every night, every day, I know that it's you I need to chase the blues away. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Last time. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less.
Love is the best. But that's the end.
That's the end. Say bye-bye to everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.